Hey YouTube, so where I'm at so far is, I think the other day I was telling you I'd cleaned this head. So this head is all cleaned, and I tested the valves to see if they leak. None of them leak. And I cleaned off the head there pretty good with some Scotch-Brite on a drill or a die grinder, and that looks good. So the head is actually ready to put on, and what I did was I was cleaning this thing. Now I'm not quite done with that. I gotta clean it a little more when I use a Scotch-Brite on there, and I use just so you're wondering, to not drop stuff in, I have a big 2-inch vacuum cleaner that I set over here and suck on this stuff while I'm cleaning it, so it sucks up the particles. So down inside there, let me see if I have, I don't know if you can see this or not, but down inside there it's a lot cleaner than it was the other day. So really, like I say, I would love to be able to rebuild this motor, but right now I can't. But anyway, so that's pretty much cleaned out. There's some gunk in there, not a lot. Well, if it was up to me, when I'm gonna change this motor oil before I start the Jeep. But after that, it should be changed again in about 500 miles. So anyway, that's where I'm at so far there. I want to clean the manifold with some Scotch-Brite. And at the moment, what I'm working on, and I just want to show you a couple of different chemicals here that work very well. This Berryman, it's called Berryman. Sorry for my finger, hold on a second there. Berryman Chem Dip. It's like a gallon container. Naturally, there's not a gallon of stuff in it, but anyway, there's a basket in there, and this stuff is pretty nasty crap. It does take off the stuff there. Okay, you can see that a lot of the stuff is coming off of that just sitting in there. So anyway, I'll show you the process. Here's the process I go through. What I do is I grab one at a time, starting with number 1. Like you can see how nice that came out. Look how nice and clean that is. The push rods are nice. I'm not bothering to clean these lifters because I'm replacing them. So I start with the number 1, and I'll actually leave this with number 2, the retainer and stuff. I'll take that over there. In case you're wondering how to keep things in order, I'll take one at a time. I don't care if I got to walk over there 50 times. I'll take one at a time. I put it in this one. I leave it soak. Okay, this is no different than the other one. It's just like a pre-soaker. So I'll put one in there, let it soak. Then I'll take it and I'll move it over to here. Let it soak a little longer. Okay, this way here I always have something soaking. And then I'll take it from there and put it into this thing here. There's a different kind of cleaner in here. It's this purple crap that I told you was really, it's better than Purple Power or whatever. It's ZEP Industrial Purple Cleaner and Degreaser. This stuff is nasty. You gotta watch your hands with this stuff. I was wearing rubber gloves, but I'm doing something else now. But anyway, so then once I put it in here, I move the one that's here into here, go back, get another one, put it in here. And then when I'm done cleaning this, I blow it off with air, dry it off, make sure everything's clean. I make sure that the push rods have an opening through them nice, blow through that, and then I bring it back over here and set it where it belongs. Now on this Jeep, at the top of the push rods, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little mark there. Every one of them has it. See it? A little mark. And they go towards the rocker arm. Okay? So those are all cleaned up. The rocker arms are all cleaned up here so far. I got more to do. And that's where I'm at so far. That's how I do that. Now the other thing, in case you're never done this, when you take the new rockers, or the new lifters out of the boxes, I take lifters, and this is one of the first push rods over there. I soak them, put them in oil, leave them soaked there, and I put a push rod in every single one of them and just work it up and down. It's not a hard thing. You can't push them far. You got to actually watch. It's only a small push, back and forth, and you'll see some bubbles come up here and there. Now I've been doing these for a while, so you're not going to really see anything, but you push them back and forth, and the more you push them, the more they'll be able to move. Okay, and that's what you're looking for. You want to move them probably about 1/4 of an inch or a little less. Once they're filled with oil, then you can put them into the motor. So for right now, I'm not quite done with them all. I mean, some of them are better than others, and I want them all to feel the same. So I'll be doing that for, I don't know, probably a while. I have them in this Maxwell House can. It's better, you know, every freaking thing is so different than it used to be. Like, they got these handles on here and crap, and if you had a regular Maxwell House can that's round, like an old tin can, these lifters used to fit in there so that when you push down on them, they wouldn't fall over. Sometimes with this, the way this is made, the plastic is slippery, and when you're pushing down on it, they sort of fall over. But anyway, some other kind of can would be nice. You just want to cover the lifters over with fresh motor oil. This is fresh Quaker State that I have here. That's what I use. And you just work them one at a time until they start moving and giving you that about 1/4 of an inch or slightly less movement. And that'll be pumping them up. So they're actually sucking oil in there and getting themselves pre-lubed with oil. I like to put them into the engine with a little bit of assembly lube on the base, but it's kind of tough. You know, when you take them out of here, you got to, if you want to, you can put them directly into the motor because you have oil on there. But it would be better if you put a little bit of assembly lube on them. What I noticed about these lifters, and I'll just show you this real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but this is one of the old lifters. Okay, now this square I have is a machinist square. So if you put that machinist square over top of that, I don't know, you can see that it's hollow in the middle. Let me just see if we can catch that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's actually, yeah, there, right there. It's hollow in the middle. But if you put the machinist square across the new ones, they're actually bumped up in the middle, and that allows for a little bit of wear to seat themselves. It's not much. I don't know, you probably will get maybe a 2000 feeler gauge through that. But anyway, like I say, when you put these on, that square rocks on the top of that. So obviously these are worn a little, the old ones are worn a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything to take all these lifters and put them into this old motor with the old camshaft. Now, if I was getting top dollar for this work, I would be putting a dial indicator on all this stuff. I would be measuring the valve stems. I would be measuring the push rod. You can put a push rod in there and put the dial indicator on the top and turn the motor and get an idea of the lift of the cam and compare them with one another to see how far they're off. Or you can compare it to the specs to see how far off an exact number they are. But anyway, that's what I've been doing, and as soon as I get done pumping these things up, I'm going to put them in. So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking my tool that I have. I'm going to clean this tool off, make sure there's nothing in it. Right now it's a little bit dirty, but I'll be taking the tool, putting them onto each lifter, dropping the lifter into the cylinder from the back to the front. It doesn't matter how you do it. I just do stuff. I try to do stuff methodically so I don't forget anything. That way there, if I get called over to the house for something, I won't forget what I was doing. Okay? So that's where I'm at so far. that's what I'm doing at this point, just pumping up the lifters. So guys, have a good one. It's a beautiful day in Pennsylvania, except for it's all cloudy, but at least it's not as hot as it was last week. Probably around 80 right now, and I got the fan going, so not bad. Life is good. Alright guys, have a good one. Bye.